players one-on-one that doesn't work for the organization. Yeah, it's me. I'm Chris Jenkins. I'm with Charlotte Vibe, and I invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel where each and every week I interview players one-on-one. And the cool thing about it is I always say I work for the fans. So I always take questions from you guys, ideas from you all, and I put that into my interviews with these players every week. And something very fun at the end of the interview is I do an activity like Office Olympics, just something really fun. And I don't always win, but that's not the point. Just so you guys can get the chance to see these players as people, not just as guys with helmets on running around on Sundays. It's really cool. So if I have your interest, please click subscribe to my YouTube channel and let me know what you think. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Hold on, I got slightly distracted here. Oh man. See that I didn't put everything exactly as I needed to put it, but nevertheless, let me go ahead and get started. Chris Jenkins, credentialed member of the media, covering the Carolina Panthers for Charlotte Vibe. Hello, good evening. It is Friday, October 23rd. Got some updates for you, mostly on the COVID-19/injuries list. A few transactions were made, but I'm going to go ahead and get you up to date on these Carolina Panthers. What's up, B. Evans? So let's go ahead and get into it. As you know, the NFL tightened up their COVID restrictions or COVID procedures, and we've been talking about COVID a lot more with players being impacted by those new protocols, having to get on that COVID-19 list. So that's where I'm going to go ahead and start, as the Carolina Panthers are just now a couple of days away from preparing for the New Orleans Saints. I know right now the title, I'm not even going to talk about it because when you see it's going to be fixed. But nevertheless, let me go ahead and get into this. Our injury updates, or actually, let's go through our through our recent transactions. One of those transactions would be, sorry, I keep getting distracted. So we signed safety Sean Chandler, and then we had some unfortunate things that happened today. One of those being that cornerback Rasul Douglas has been placed on the reserve COVID-19 list. But we do have good news, and that kicker Joey Sly has been activated, as well as tackle Trent Scott. They are activated. So we were able and lucky enough to get some players back off that COVID-19 list. And, having Joey Sly back is big, something that they were really banking on this week. As you know, early in the week, I reported that the coach said they'd probably go to make their move Friday. That's because he knew that's the amount of time that they had to wait for the earliest that Joey could come back in the case that he wasn't directly contracted or caught. I don't know how the proper way to say that with COVID-19. So very good to have him back. But then certainly a big setback with Rasul Douglas being placed on that list, which means that he cannot at all play this Sunday. And certainly has him short at that position. You know, Rasul had come on when Eli was first getting hurt and playing very well. He stepped in for Dante at times, and now he's out. So that means that we're going to have to rely on Troy Pride, Corn Elder, and Stanley. Thomas Oliver, I believe is his full name, at that position to give us some help. Sorry, I'm thinking about putting those guys up against Drew Brees and just saying that, we're going to have our work cut out for us for sure this Sunday with the New Orleans Saints. So moving on, let's go ahead and give you the latest on the injury report for the Carolina Panthers. All right, so here's the latest injury report. Dante Jackson, cornerback, he has been dealing with a toe injury, and that has him questionable for this Sunday. Guard John Miller has an ankle that's been bothering him, has him listed as questionable with this ankle. Wide receiver Curtis Samuel listed as questionable with that knee injury. And then Eli Apple, as I mentioned earlier, I did not mention Eli Apple earlier. I apologize. Eli Apple, cornerback, he is listed as questionable with that hamstring injury. So basically, our cornerbacks have a lot of question marks for this weekend. So I'm sure that our defensive coordinator is right now working and setting up plans for what type of defenses that we could run with guys that may have not played that much this season as they go up against one of the, a great passer and Drew Brees, one of the more prolific passers that we've had, that definitely in our lifetime to watch, will be this Sunday, and they're going to be playing in New Orleans. So some things that could help us, and I'm not saying this is great because anytime a guy's not playing, that's not good if it's certainly related to injury or his health. The wide receivers for New Orleans, the top two wide receivers will be out, unfortunately, in regards to health. That'll be wide receivers Michael Thomas, who's going to be out with his ankle, and then Emmanuel Sanders was placed on that COVID-19 list today. So that means that he will not be able to play this Sunday because you have to be out. I believe it's 5 days, and today is the first day, tomorrow the second day. So Sunday, it would only be 2 days in which Sanders would have been out, which does not give him enough time. They also placed cornerback Ken Crawley on the list as he had close contact with Sanders. So those are the people that will be out for the New Orleans Saints, which may balance the scales a little bit. Us having so many cornerbacks out, they're having their top two wide receivers out. Obviously, Alvin Kamara will be a big focal point, and I'm sure Taysom Hill will get a lot of action too because he's always been a really good, versatile guy for those. B. Evans, if I haven't already said what's up, what's going on, which appreciate you signing in as always. And then a little bit of NFL news, but it's related to the NFC South. Have you heard that Antonio Brown will be signing with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? Now, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are already at the top of the division with a 4-2 record. This can only help them. I mean, regardless of, the off-field activities and the crazy stuff that Antonio Brown will do, in terms of being on the field on Sunday, this will certainly help them. And we play them again one more time here in Charlotte. So that is some news to be aware of. Again, that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to be, looks like, pretty certain signing Antonio Brown to assist Tom Brady in his quest for another Super Bowl. So that is it. Thank you all very much for watching. Again, if you haven't done so, consider subscribing. Hit that notification button. I will be going live again this Sunday. The pregame show, I think it's a great show. I'll give you a lot of good facts about the upcoming game and things to look out for and watch for. So appreciate everybody that has watched.